And in the studio with us is Chris Maduka. Chris, good morning. Oh, yes, we need to do that again. I beg your pardon, I'm going to do that again. So let's go.
Please do.
That's the much we can take on the newspaper headlines.
All right.
We're going to be moving over to the review right away. And in the studio with us, drum roll, is Chris Maduka. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, Chris.
You guys will not stop amazing me. Josh, good morning. Chigi, good morning.
Wonderful to have you.
Well, don't worry. Let me know where to start.
We just want you to relish
I know
in the
where
moment.
to start. I know where to start. Therefore, I think we'll start on a lighter note.
Yeah.
For the Badon man whose wife
That's really nice.
Beats will pop.
the wife gets drunk, bedwets, and beats, and there's certain claims people make. This same woman who is drunk always, bedwets, I still have time to beat you to pop sometimes.
When she's lucid or when she's
if you want to divorce,
under
just go to
influence.
court and say, I don't want to marry you.
You don't have to tell this story outside.
But on a very serious note, there is a hidden issues of abuse of men in marriage that is swept under the ground. And you see the men putting up bold faces. We are men. Anyway, get to the house, man. I'll tell you a story of what happens in a village very near my place.
In addition to what we just read.
You know, every evening you'll be hearing Mrs. Off-Wire. You know, it's the woman that is caning the husband. And the man will be crying, oh, madam, this one pay me, oh, this one pay. You'll be hearing the cane. But when you step in to separate the fight, the man turns bold, turns tiger and says, man, who asked you to come? So for the man, we're sorry. We hope the court will grant you divorce, but the waiting woman.
But the court grants
but
divorce.
These women of business, you are interested in this case.
I don't have a
I hope
question.
you don't have interest so much.
I'm not an interested
But
party.
you want to justify a woman
I don't have any
any
opinion. I'm not an interested party. But however, I have a question.
Yes.
Right? Do courts grant divorce based on these, grounds?
No,
My wife beats me. My wife.
No.
Can they grant divorce based on this?
I'm not a lawyer, but I've sat on a platform that has, decided issues, family issues. When it becomes very clear that it's very unsafe for either party to be, what the court will do, no matter what you claim, and that's why the court's not always in a hurry to grant.
Yes.
Because the man might wake up this morning out of annoyance. He said the wife does it. The next morning, when the juju of the woman catch her, he will remember what the woman what made the first love, what made how they met and all that. You find the man going back to his wife. So courts are always slow, taking it easy until they find out that this marriage.
Actually, I think they give the first divorce,
a lot of,
and then they will tell you go and come back after a few months.
They do a lot of things to find out, because most marriages, after the first initial annoyance of they one kill me, I one kill her, the next thing they find out, they resolve this.
They resolve the issue.
So no, what they call it, the judge that is with his wisdom and has a family to protect, rushes into granting divorce cases.
Chris, can we talk about South Africa?
Okay, South Africa and many other countries are lined up to lift Nigeria refined. Dangote Nigeria refined. Because if I say Nigeria refined, some people will take credit. Minus NNPCL, Nigeria refined PMS. A lot of countries are. And what a country that will have something and they don't value it. Because the profit they say is never.
It's painful. It's just like a cow, a female cow that produces milk. And rather than feed its children with the milk, it goes to feed goats and other cattle with, You
can say it again. That's Nigeria for you. The marketers are still waiting for approval to leave. You see what I'm telling you? These people will tie themselves down, both to the Dangote, the marketer, and the NNPCL, and all the people who have a mouth in this case. They will tie themselves because the conscience of Nigerians and the pain we suffer with this fuel issue will never allow them to rest. They'll keep turning and turning and turning. Like the widening girl, like Chino Achebe said, the things is no longer at this. The center is no more there to, you don't even find the center, not that it doesn't work. Things are falling apart. And these people still have conscience to be talking around. Dangote, if you want to sell to America, sell.
He's a
We're not more
businessman.
interested even.
He's a businessman.
Like if you know my opinion on this, I got so annoyed that I'm not more interested in what they talk about issue of oil and gas in Nigeria. Produce it, sell to whoever want to buy. If Nigerian marketers don't want to buy, you sell to, let them go back and import it from South Africa so that the landing cost will give them enough profit margin to
still be in
cheat
business.
and drink the blood of Nigerians to make money. And they smile to bank. And we know them. They are multi. They can even buy Nigeria. In this desk, we're here. 890 something billion. Only 3 markets spent importing fuel. They still want to do that. Instead of going to sit down with Dangote to resolve this thing, let's know what they'll buy. At least, they say when you grind paper in a mortar, the taste will always be much in that mortar. Why is it that Nigeria, where we grind this pepper, that even South Africans, the way you see it, you'll be surprised that they lift this fuel and you get to South Africa, they sell it cheaper.
Yeah, it is cheaper. I won't be surprised.
But these people, they call themselves Nigerians and they want us to be clapping for them. All they want is to be rich so much that they can buy over Nigeria. When they appear, everybody will double. They don't want to look at what the pain we suffer because they want to make money. Good luck to you. Go ahead. But what we are saying, you see why they are turning round and round and things are tying. South Africa, 7 other countries. 8.
7 other.
Nigeria, that is the people that their marketers are still waiting. Don't you see? Is it not obvious to you that you people are satanic and wicked? If you can buy, you are interested in going to patronize your 73 refineries that are in Europe. You want to bring their product here. The one we have here is not. But open the borders. Bring that one. Let even Dangote show us that he's producing in Nigeria. Come down. Let the market regulate itself. Let there be no NNPC that will decide and sit down on local product that they don't know anything about. Let them go and build their refineries. Also produce fuel. Let the market be saturated. Let it. Why are they denying? So that means NNPC know what they do. When they turn around maintenance for 28 years and no refinery is working. And now something is up there. Everybody is sat there trying to frustrate the man. But the man refuses to be frustrated because he is a very
businessman.
That is astute. And of course he knows they will do this until they give him room for the monopoly he's looking for.
Yes.
And that's what they will eventually give him the monopoly he's looking for without trying to talk sense into it. And if he gets it, Dangote over time thrives in monopoly.
Okay, so let's talk about people suffering and then, you know what, hunger, hardship, in as much as the protest has ended, the experience of people being in hunger and in hardship still continues. But federal governments renovate vice president's Lagos resident with 5 billion naira.
And the same vice president, the same vice president is making. That's why he said he's calling for leadership. There's one newspaper.
Yeah, I remember. I think
when I had this and I tune off, I didn't know you would come up with it.
Oh,
the vice president, if you finish renovating their house in Lagos with 5 billion, and the ones they put for you in Abuja with 21 billion,
and the one in the
you
village.
go back to your village and revive it with 300 billion, and we're here. Nigerians are here. I mean, you are vice president and you deserve.
You see it here. Vice President Shetima demands more community-oriented leadership.
These are
legacy
community focus.
Now, these are the people.
Please just help us bring out the community focus in this renovation.
The community focus. You see, when you have, the Bible said you have a log of wood in your eye, and you're looking for tiny speck in your neighbor's eye. Go and enjoy your house in Abuja and leave the community focused in to take care of itself. Because you can't be going about these things and come to tell us you are not focused. Our leaders are not focused. They don't know what they want. They speak from both sides of their mouth. And they get us confused. They forget that what is good for the geese is good for the gander. Good life. Good life. We are talking about that the sickness has not gone around everybody to have one sickness each. You are saying that the man who has swollen stomach will also have a hernia. Is it not dangerous? One man, he was spending an average of 30 billion on your house, where you live, you hardly stay. How many times is Shetima, our vice president, stays in Lagos, that he will bury 5 billion naira there when Nigerians are? I am not happy. And my opinion doesn't count. So they can go ahead. Of course, they've renovated the house even before it became news. So whatever we say, we'll stop it. But we are only saying that when they tell us this thing is painful, when we check where we're coming from, not even with the present hardship and hunger. Nigerians keep hearing figures. It's not good. It's not good for the image of the government that is in power. It's not good for the image of Nigeria when people hear it abroad and see that Nigeria is the capital of poverty of the world. But these our leaders spend money in this way, and tomorrow the next thing you hear that Nigeria is going to borrow. You borrow to pay workers' salary. You borrow to build houses for your leaders. You borrow to buy jeeps for your House of Reps and the senators. You don't borrow to put in industries to produce things so that people will get job and God help us.
God help us.
150 cane flog jump, 150 flog jump,
and
how
then
many 200 and something
40 canes.
240
I'm
cane.
just thinking, is this
Then
not like
they tied hit head on the
concrete
floor
and then
died.
Is this not just what is happening in the larger society? Is this not the wickedness we?
You are not telling us the federal government gives us 150 of 240 cane,
something like
then
that.
give us flog jump, and then we hit what is left for us is to hit our head on the floor, concrete, and die. God forbid, we will not die.
Amen.
We can go through the flog jump of hardship and hunger and fuel, but as resilient Nigerians, God will see us through.
Amen.
One day your name will be in history as government where during your own time Nigeria suffered more. It's something that will go in your memoir. And Nigeria suffered during my time. They suffered.
Someone actually used that as a comedy. So they said this generation will always say we're suffering, and then the past generation will say, "Have you seen COVID? Have you seen?"
Why is it that
you're saying you don't like the food they served you? We couldn't taste for 22 years.
It's true. Ondoguba, the politicians are wooing
with rice and Garri.
With rice. But it sounds familiar. When we don't remember the Jagaban doing his campaign.
I think it's a step in the right direction.
About Ewa,
it's a step in the right direction.
Ewa,
at first it was rice, but now there's Garri.
Very soon they will add Agbado.
But they should try to add beans so that it could be balanced.
That's the fact that Garri used to be the most commonest food you can get.
It's not common anymore.
Yes, the fact that now Garri is now a good of.
Yes.
No, but you see the kind of things we put in our newspaper that are viral, that everybody can click and read from the Tribune. That has been the oldest newspaper in Nigeria
since 1949.
92 years or so.
92 years old.
And reporting that for Ondo Guba in 2024, politicians are weighing Nigerians pity you. They've reduced you to nothing. You would go and take some few cups of rice and you come back and complain of hardship and hunger. I think some of you have eaten your future today. Just with a few cups of Garri. You go and vote for these people that do not care about you. Nigerian politicians, they have started cycling this. Their seasons are here. They are like the cyclists that visit your house. Wherever you want to mount the cyclist to go, he must give you the backside.
All right, very quickly, Chris, let's close with this.
Full autonomy of LGA will take time to achieve. I don't know which one federal government is communicating. The contradiction, we've been happy that the FG, federal government is pushing for autonomy. They're now telling us it's going to take time. Is it going to be whatever? Is it that is rocket science? Only yesterday in Norge, they are saying they now support full government or LG autonomy. But before, all Norge people from Kwara State said they are happy staying in Egypt,
Yes.
where they eat garlic and cucumber.
No, you can't phrase
Nobody-
a slave who is comfortable with his, in his.
So good luck, this
So good luck to-
Good luck,
yeah.
slaves. Stay where you are.
Speak briefly on grid collapse. Is it a step in the right direction as states ramp up plans for power plants?
The grid collapse.
Yes.
The collapse come back. Collapse come back.
But do you
life
think
in
that
Nigeria.
that will spur states? to,
It's
you know,
one day monkey go
plans?
market. You know, my fear is that one day monkey go market. You know, if he collapse, come back. Collapse, come back. If he collapse, don't come back. What will happen? Me and you go.
Then states will be forced, to go into
Bayelsa
plans
State has
for
been.
power plants.
Bayelsa State has been.
I think
off
Abia.
3 months without power, and they didn't die. So even if you collapse, Nigeria will still find a way. In fact, you people are making us dry. Collapse the grid. Let's go back to lantern. Somebody said we are young Nigeria, the state nation, 64 years. That we are not supposed to be talking about America and this it. Was it Charles? And
Yes.
I said, let's go back. Let our president sell all the jeeps, jets. Let National Assembly sell all their SUVs. Let's go back to Volkswagen that we used to know Nigeria for. By now, if the Volkswagen is still here, we would have improved it and even
You have to
Volkswagen.
specify which one, Beatles or the recent one.
They used to have Vauxhall. I don't know. All
Vauxhall?
those ones, then they have Volkswagen. Volkswagen has Beetles, and then they have different types. Santana. But if you are in Nigeria, after all, we have a nursing. He has 3 nursing motors. They have IVS that produce even SUVs. So what stopped? We don't like this bridge development which they are doing to Nigerians. If they have allowed Nigerians to be developing, by now all our holes we would have added tracks and tires to them so that it will become.
Chris,
But the
Chris.
bridge just everybody want to buy vehicles. We start in your house.
With
This is my
Thank you
But
very
nobody
much.
wants to suffer.
Nobody wants to
Thank
suffer.
you so much, Chris. This
Always
really-
passionate.
Oh,
Always
honestly,
passionate.
you can take that anywhere and you
Thank
can
you.
cash it
Thank
out
you.
anywhere. Thank you very much for coming in the
right.
studio with us. We're going to be moving over to another conversation when we talk about diabetes. I mean, it's on a high level in our country this day, and I mean even Nigeria as at large. And I think there was a research that said that black people are prone to have much more of diabetes than the white. So it's a conversation you want to listen to. Don't forget you can be part of the conversation by going to all of our social media platforms. We want to hear your comments and your questions. We'll be taking them live. We'll see you after this.